Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Playing Plants vs. Zombies 2, it's about time. We're in Frostbite Caves, heading on to day 3. My data suggests Hurricane would be of great use here. A blast of air from him and the zombies would chill out and slow down. The guy's a real blowhard, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. So this is actually going to be what I believe a really fun level. A really fun level to showcase the Hurricane. Now the Hurricane is a purchase plant, so I will not be using that. Now the strategy for this, put the repeaters basically in the topmost rows and just throw the regular pea shooters in the bottom two. The spike weed, you also want to be able to put it basically in a second from the top row and then this very top row, because again, all these zombies are going to be funneling into a certain area, but you'll notice that in that middle area there are some that come out, but not all of them. So you're really going to want to focus your energy to really making the most efficient plants shooting at the guys in the topmost rows. Now the Hurricane does a thing of, it basically blows an enemy all the way back. So imagine the cannon when you use a plant food on it, where it blows everyone back. Now it doesn't do any damage, but it does blow people back. So what you can do right here is basically focus on kind of having a whole bunch of plants, you know, in that first, making an L shape, a 3x3 L shape. That is going to help you out immensely. It's going to be able to have you take out most of these zombies before they even get there. Once you notice that the buckethead zombies getting close, just brush them back. Not going to be that much of an issue, because again, you're going to have plenty of time to really take that guy out. You're really just, for at least the final wave, you know, letting all of these zombies kind of, you know, hang out near the very back. But you'll notice that even some of those bucket heads coming from the very top row, by the time they get down to the bottom row, they're going to be almost dead, and a couple of them are going to be dead. So that's something you really want to look for, and you really want to utilize to the best of your ability. Now these spike weeds, you really want to focus them on every row, you know, from the top bottom. But as you can see in that top row, I put it in the third column out. Very important you don't put it on the one before that. Simple fact of, you need an area to put the Hurricane down. And as you'll notice right here, we've basically beaten the game, because that's where you want all of your plants. Now, with extra, you know, plants that you can throw down, you know, put them down wherever you want. You can go in the very bottom rows if you really want to take some of those guys out. But at this point, your main focus should be that top row. And anytime you see any zombie getting even remotely close to that square right before the repeater, use the Hurricane, especially if you have one to go. Now, you do have a plant food to use here. You can definitely use a plant food on a spike weed to kind of move them back as well if you're out of the Hurricanes. But if you use this strategy, I've used it a couple times even in practice runs, and it makes it go by so quickly. I mean, this is really not an issue at all. I mean, as you can see, even in that very top row, we're taking these guys out slowly but surely. I mean, there are a couple bucket heads in that lot, but for the most part, we're doing a really good job of, you know, taking them out. But again, this is the final wave. So what you're going to really want to do here is you're going to want to save your Hurricanes, but you're also going to kind of wait till all of the zombies, or at least most of the zombies, are in that top row. Because once they're in the top row, that's when you can use your Hurricane to really blow them all back. So at this point, guys, you've almost beaten it. You can use the plant food to kind of do extra damage to these guys over time. Make sure the spike weeds do their jobs. And that's going to be it, guys. It's been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.